with another judgment debt of $15 million in excess over the unlawful seizure of excavators. It is illegal to burn excavators, Kwekubaku warns. NDC call on government to terminate appointment of the MCE of Ejura Social Dumase in the Ashanti region. NPP youth wing appeals to Ejura youth to calm down, support President Akufo-Addo's directive for public inquiry. A very good afternoon and welcome to the program. We're told just from Tuesday, this unpass happening at Ejura in the Ashanti region over the death of Muhammad. And we are told the Interior Minister, Ambrose Derry, is on the ground, and we connect straight away to have what he has to tell us. We are told Muhammad Kaka has met his death Tuesday following an attack which he received somewhere last week. He was received at the hospital and later transferred to the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital where he met his death. And there has been a series of riots by the youth on the street of Ejura in the Ashanti region. We connect straight to Ejura and listen to the Interior Minister.
And he was very devastated that we lost as many as 3 people in this misunderstanding. So as you know, I've set up the committee and announced it the first time here. That is a committee that is chaired by a judge of the Court of Appeal, and therefore he has great knowledge of the law and experience in all these matters. We have Dr. Vladimir Antudanso, who is a very experienced security expert, and then we have a lady who is a civil society executive. If you read her background, is really comprehensive. Several aspects of her, from journalist to a person who can deal in conflicts, and just the right person who has the right balance to serve here. So our expectation is that they are going to come out with the recommendations that will help us prevent a recurrence of this first year in any part of the country. So that's the one. Then of course, the other part has to go around, I go around to commiserate with the bereaved families. You are with me? Quite an emotional thing. You go and you see the people who have lost their loved ones. I told them the President's condolences and the commiseration, and looking forward to see what the outcome of the investigation would be. I think that I was quite touched, especially when I went to Kaka's place, where the mother kind of was protesting that one of the sons had been arrested. Quite a difficult situation for her, but that is a matter that's being handled by the CID. We want to know who killed Kaka, and that's the most important thing. And I believe that with time we will get that. The rest of the people, I want to thank you people and the civilian population here. You have most of the time been cooperating with the security agencies. I invite you to go back to that standard behavior and report whatever threats you receive. The last place, somebody told me that he has been receiving threats. So we'll take his number and we'll let the police know and follow up on those things. And I also advise that we shouldn't make unguided statements. Sometimes unguided statements can cause misunderstandings and lead to very, disastrous behavior on the part of anybody. But one thing I can assure you is that the President is committed, I am committed, and this committee is going to come up with something good. And together, we'll work towards Ghana being a safe place for all of us. So I thank you very much.
When we were at the Chief Palace, you talked about demonstrations, and you were saying that government is not against demonstrations.
At all. The right to demonstrate is a constitutional right, and we support it. We loved it. Growing up, I demonstrated. And like I said before, a committee of parliament, the young men and women who are demonstrating are our children. And they are the leaders of today and the leaders of tomorrow. What government can do is to engage them, listen to the views that they are proffering, and see how we can use that to benefit the projects that we are doing. And therefore, when the Fixed Ghana group came up first, we offered to meet them, even though we thought that the police were not comfortable because of COVID-19. We still wanted to know what their problems were. Not because we wanted to deprive them of the right to demonstrate, no. I believe that we'll soon get out of, we're hoping they'll get out of COVID, and you go on the demonstration. We are rather interested in making sure the police protect you, so that no against people can come and cause any harm to you. And of course, you shouldn't cause harm to others as well. So that's as simple as that. But it's a democratic right, and we believe in it, and we accept it, and it's a democratic way of expressing your views. We welcome it.
Is the committee also looking into Kaka's death?
Yes, of course. It seems to me that, in my view, Kaka's death led to a certain reaction on 29th, and that reaction is what brought about all the occurrences. So there's no way Kaka's death will not be investigated. But that's not taking away the investigation of the CID, which is into the criminal aspect of what is happening. We want to get to the bottom of that.
And also, there are some concerns about the committee that has been set up. There are some family members who think that they might not get justice that they want.
Well, what is the basis for that? Because you have a court of a judge of the Court of Appeal. You have Vladimir Anchodanso, who is known in this country as one of the best security experts. And you have this lady who is CSO. There's no police there. There's no military there. So why should anybody feel afraid? Go before them and talk. And we would protect anybody who goes there to say anything. And in the end, we want the justice.
Can you confirm that the third person who has been arrested is also related to Kaka?
Well, you saw Kaka's mother when we got to the house. They said that the woman has 3 children. One is dead, which is Kaka. One has been arrested. And the third one is taken ill, which they believe is connected to the fact that the Kaka's brother has been arrested. So they are confirming that. What will give you assurance is that we are going to find who killed Kaka. And that one, there's no compromise. If the brother didn't kill Kaka, I'm sure you go free. Yeah. But if you kill Kaka, the law will take its course. Because I myself can be arrested if they think that I killed Kaka. Why not?
There's the issue with recommendations which usually come out of committee or commission. Are we going to have a political will to enforce this kind of recommendation that will come out of this?
Well, to God be the glory. This is the second time that I've become Minister for the Interior. In my first term, there was the unfortunate incident of Asawasi, where some of our vibrant young men were killed. At the time, the police had claimed that they were armed robbers. We set up a committee to investigate it. The committee found that, number one, that they were not armed robbers. So we made that public, we accepted it. You know what that means to the reputation of people. They are dead and their relatives are very, concerned about what kind of reputation their parent left. We cleared that. The committee recommended that compensation be paid. Compensation has been paid. The third one that we are grappling with now has to do with the prosecution of which policeman actually killed him. And this is where you've heard me recently lament the need for technology. In that case, the only eyewitnesses who are alive are the police. And it wasn't just one policeman, so that you can say he's responsible for all. There were a number of them. In a court of law, you need to get evidence that points out who did what. We are still grappling with that. But we believe that we want to introduce technology and how body cams, which will tell us what each operative has done. Whether the only other person who is an eyewitness is dead or not. The video will tell us and help us deal with it. So we have a record that shows that we do not set up committees for nothing. We deal with them, and we are going to deal with this one even more.
With Ayawaso West Wagon issue, some said you rejected most of the recommendations, so this too could be a similar one.
No, look here. When you have a commission, that's a commission of inquiry, you finish this white paper. It's been the practice that the white paper would accept what it thinks is right and reject what it thinks is not right. That's not to say that we thought that what happened in Yawaso was all right. And that's why we ended up passing the vigilantism law to act to make sure that anybody who is involved in it will be handled. And you know that there was no violence. This where I stand now. In the past, there was violence in every election. The last election, there was no violence here. So we take lessons from them and we learn. But let me also tell you this. We need to work with the security agencies to be able to get the decent one, especially because our neighbors are in trouble. And we need to deal with it. I would say that whoever is found culpable will be dealt with. Whatever is wrong will be righted. By the end of the day, we want to move forward. A better Ghana, to a peaceful Ghana, a safe Ghana, to work for development to a Ghana beyond aid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I think just 2000.
Okay, that was the Interior Minister, Honorable Ambrose Derry. We will be going back to Adjura, but for now, we come to the Greater Accra region, and these are the words that he tells us as the regional minister. We have taken possession, and there is no turning back. These are the words of the Greater Accra regional minister, Honorable Henry Quartey, during the decongestion and relocation of the onion sellers and scrap dealers at the Gbogbloshie market. He was speaking to Metro News' Shadrach Odamijare.
We have taken possession. Nobody is staying here. Finish. Because we've engaged all of them for over 7 weeks. We even made available 50,000 Ghana cedis for them to come and take. They refused to come and take. They've gone to Ajen Kotoku, and then they are now dictating where they want to be, that the place is small. No. He's here. Ask her. They find it difficult even to go in there. They can't go in there. Talk less of bills. Ask him. That's the MCE. And this has been happening for over 15 years. I mean, today I am sad. And that's why I can't even put my grammar together. I'm sad because, you see, if this is happening in this country, why? Do you know the amount of money we are losing here? Aside that, they even create more tons of waste for us. It's not fair. And still people are talking about leaving scrap dealers here. Why? I'm saying that we have taken possession and that's it, full stop. Simplicity. Nobody's going to come back here. We're done. My brother, I think you should go to Ajen Kotoku and come back and let's have this discussion. There's a 12-acre land aside where the Union Centers are. Opposite, there's a 12-acre land. How many acres are they occupying here? It's about 2 acres. So when they have a 12-acre land there, they cannot manage even 4 acres. They are looking like that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. We are done. But I'm saying that there is no turning back. We have moved in, we have taken possession, we are going ground zero. Nobody's going.
Still on the Gbogbloshie story, some group of angry youth who identify themselves as Greater Accra Regional Scrap Dealers Association have expressed their disappointment in the Akufo-led administration. According to them, they were not given enough time to relocate from their current location. They have, as a result, ransacked and set ablaze the Fadama Party office of the New Patriotic Party.
Letter at all. They didn't even tell us that we are among of those we are going to sack. All of a sudden they come and start mixing everything up. For Onia people, they know that they save them later. You understand? So everybody is aware. Everybody, they are able to remove all their goods before. They have been belongers before they go. But as of this morning, we are arrived and then they come, all our mosques are down now. As we come this morning, all of a sudden they started mixing our things up. Nobody is removing anything.
Age man, it's one more plot. So no cotton. As I'm show me one moment not to say no to go. But yeah, scrap dealers who buy one bob yaman. Oh, I did here by a walk account for my boom. Until yes, you did to share before I question MPP officers. Yan on you are buying. I are buying. Which I say, may you say, you are tired, and may stick on the church because of ballot box only Ebasano, Binamu Dano Confor, because Binamu Jobichi and your Kakaka credit. What you say? Best is no more Bubu Dubia, or one board Bia Mania, say, your boy, your shamu dessert. This is smart time. What I say? So, wow, means Omu, say, Momukra.
Let's take you back to the Ashanti region, where the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress, Sammy Jamfi, has called for the head of the Municipal Chief Executive Officer of Federal Secretary Dumasi, who was speaking during a visit by some leading members of the opposition NDC to the victims of Tuesday's protests. Sammy Jamfi blamed the MC for the killing of Ibrahim Muhammad alias Kaka.
Distinguished friends from the media, we are here for and on behalf of the leadership of the National Democratic Congress. And we are here in the wake of the mindless killing of 3 innocent citizens of Edra. We are here not because 1 or 2 of the people who have been murdered are members of the NDC, but we are here primarily because all the people who have been murdered and injured are citizens of Ghana. And this is not an attack on any political party or any town, but an attack on all of us as Ghanaians. We are here to console the families of those who have lost their loved ones and the injured, to check up on them, see how they are doing, encourage the doctors to do their best to stabilize them and hopefully help their speedy recovery. It is barbaric, it is evil, and it is an issue that has totally eroded the confidence that many citizens have in our security agencies. We condemn it in no uncertain terms, and we are here demanding for justice.
That's right.
Justice to appease the souls of those who have been murdered and their families.
That's right.
Justice to appease the souls and the families of those who have been injured.
Yes.
And we are demanding that first and foremost, those who murdered Ibrahim Muhammad, aka Kaka, are immediately put before a court of competent jurisdiction.
So next story, the youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Henry Nana Boakye, popularly known as Nana B, on behalf of the NPP Youth Wing, has released a statement calling on Ejura youth to calm down. The statement supports the President Akufo-Addo's directive for public inquiry. The National Youth Wing of the NPP and its leader, Nana Boakye, has joined us on the telephone line at the moment. And a very good afternoon to you and welcome to NEWSFLASH, Nana B. Now, in your statement, paragraph 3 continues to talk about, sympathizing with the families and the people who've lost their lives. This time, of course, we need more than just a statement. You agree? Hello, Nana Boakye. Okay, we lost Nana Boakye. We're taking a short break here on NEWSFLASH. We're back with more stories.
The search for a reliable partner in dealing with your U-turn bus needs has been made easier and convenient with SA Automobile. SA Automobile, formerly U-turn Ghana Limited, has been in the business of offering quality U-turn products and services at competitive rates. At SA Automobile, our team of expert staff, management, engineers, and mechanics professionally deal in the sale of U-turn buses, genuine spare parts, its repairs and maintenance at a highly effective workshop with remarkable speed. We also have available the sale of Camel car batteries, Weichai and Kia spare parts, Zonton coaches and light duty vehicles for everyday movement. Contact us on 020-000-0831 or 054-555-7500. You can also email us info@saautomobilegh.com or visit our website at www.saautomobilegh.com. SA Automobile, the pleasure of doing business with you is all ours.
Now in Ghana on Metro TV. every Sunday evening. Prime time 5 to 5:30 p.m. with a catch-up on Wednesdays 4 to 4:30 p.m.
Kids always say what they wanna.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Welcome back to the program. Still watching News Flash with me, Nana Yawenchi. Now to our next story. A Kumasi High Court has slapped government with $15.3 million judgment debt for unlawful seizure of excavators. It has also ordered that government pays the mining company Heritage Imperial Limited an amount of 600,000 cedis. And that is what the court says that there is more in the following report.
This amount was awarded to the mining firm prospecting for gold in the Apamprama Forest Reserve in the Amansia West District of the Ashanti region. On December 6, 2018, the company's concession was raided by the Inter-Ministerial Task Force on Illegal Mining under the suspicion of engaging in activities outside their mandate. According to the task force, the company had been mining illegally even though the license granted them only allowed for prospecting. In court, lawyers for the mining firm argued that they procured a prospecting mining license from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources on October 25, 2018. The plaintiffs say they stuck to this commitment until the raid was conducted on their concession by the task force, where their excavators and other equipment were confiscated in December that same year. In its ruling on May 18, 2021, the court deemed the action on the site against Heritage Imperial Mining Company as unlawful, adding that no evidence had been advanced by the task force to back their claims of illegality on the company's part. The court, presided over by Justice Samuel Obendiawuo, also held that the move by the task force on the said day flies in the face of the mandate within which they were to operate in the fight against illegal mining in the country. It further concluded that the company also permitted other entities to invade the concession and mine from the plaintiff's concession.
Earlier on, host of Good Morning Ghana, Dr. Randy Ambe, mentioned that he predicted the current judgment debt which was staring in the face of government. Editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper, Abdul Malik Kukubako, said it is illegal to burn the excavators.
The court ruled that government's case had no legs to stand on. In fact, we could not produce the excavators that were seized. On the basis of that, there is a judgment debt of over $15 million US. Yeah. Government failed to appeal the case. Judgment has been entered as a certificate of judgment, 15-point-something million. And it is because the law told us how to take custody of the equipment. Yeah. We decided to do otherwise. The otherwise could not produce the equipment. This country will have to pay over $15 million for that.
Yeah, these are the facts. And instead of bracing ourselves up to ensure that we do the right thing, we are seeking to rationalize. Look, they said seize the equipment, put it in the police custody. If you can't, the police doesn't have the capacity, and I don't even believe that, let me be honest with you.
Even if they don't have, yes. Can't the state go and secure a site?
Exactly.
And put it in the hands of the police?
Exactly. The police then...
Must you go and bring party people and say that they are auctioneers? Now where are the things? Who should pay for the $50 million?
That is the key point. Those people who were in charge of the seizure, those who had the custody, police and private people.
Yes.
Those, and in this specific case, the missing excavators, were there no human beings who were in charge? Who are they? Where are they? You see, we are not being fair to ourselves.
That it's the Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Commission, John Alote, has indicated that plans are far advanced to commence the processing of impounded rosewood in the country. According to him, this would add existing measures put in place to prevent the illegal logging of dangerous species for exports. His statement comes in the after 5 undocumented container packed with rosewood was impounded at the Tema Harbour.
Auction is what they can export. But what we are saying is that we are moving from just auctioning them. We are trying to find companies who can process. Processing rosewood is not as easy as processing mahogany and other species like sapling. It's more difficult if you look at the way the species is. So it's more difficult to process. But few companies, as I speak today, we have companies like Fairnat who have come for pieces. We have given them the pieces ourselves for them to go and try, to see whether they can create furniture out of it. We're giving Eco Furniture, we're asking some of these top companies who have the machine to come for them. We'll give you about 5 pieces for free for you to go and try your hands on it. Once they are able to, that business is able to pick up, then when we confiscate, we'll rather give it to the local people who produce furniture out of it. And then if the furniture can be exported, then means we are going to the first, secondary and tertiary products. Rather than, if you confiscate them, like the ones that were confiscated between, I think, around December to March, it was auctioned somewhere in April, May. But it was there for a long time. You don't have anybody locally making them. It's easy for people to say furniture people should come for it and make a school desk. They are not coming. So what we are doing, that we are moving the next step by donating some of them to the furniture companies. And as I'm saying, Fairnat has come for 5 pieces. Eco Furniture is coming for some. So we are trying to give it to them. Take 5 pieces for free. Try your hands on it. See how your machines will be able to work on them. And then we would move from there. But basically the direction is to try to move from auctioning for them to export, and then rather sell it to the local companies that can create value out of it.
That's all time will permit us currently on the show. But before we take leave of you, a recap of our top stories. Government slapped with another judgment debt in excess of $15 million for unlawful seizure of excavators. It is illegal to burn excavators, as we heard from Kwekubako. And also, NDC called on government to terminate appointment of the MCE of Ejura Sesure Dumase. NPP Youth Wing appeals to Ejura youth to calm down, support President Akufo-Addo's directive for public inquiry. Thank you very much for being part of it.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Ghana is a beautiful country. There is so much